Good evening, my friends. It will be posted in the morning. Happy Labor Day. And it's funny because both of our countries has the same day in Canada and in USA. So everyone will be celebrating labor. And message for Trump supporters. This is not the channel that you're supposed to be watching because I might be annoying you. So go to your closet and messages from Trump, because yesterday when he was in Pennsylvania, he said that he has a problem with people who dress up like teenagers wearing sweatsuits. He was upset that Fetterman is wearing that kind of is wearing those outfits. So if you want to go to his rally next time, be prepared that you might be dismissed. Howard Stern was always saying, Trump will never even shake his hands with you. So I don't know what you are seeing in him, but that's your choice. Leave the comments away from me. So that's just my message to Trump supporters. And I will be answering your questions from comment sections. Thank you so much for your comments and for your questions. I'm getting a nice number of them. Thank you. And Susan is saying, the latest Russian oligarch that jumped from the window last week was he a human US asset Trump had the information and gave to Putin. And coincidentally, this year, since January, 5 other guys tried to fly or was shot. That's not coincident. And he was not keeping those documents to the last minute. He knew that he is not president and he thought, okay, I can make money. Maybe he was even doing this before end of his presidency. So I think you are guessing correctly. And this is very coincidental. That too many coincidence that young guys will be jumping, trying to pretend that they are birds or suicidals or shooting themselves. Those are tough guys. They don't usually do that kind of thing. They became very wealthy not because they were hiding behind his mother's skirt. They were brave guys to impress Putin, to let them to be rich. But they had a connection with the West, and maybe they were assets to USA. So they didn't want to put them in a prison because they learned about them. And they knew that they were in trouble. All of them, they knew. They needed more money, so they were juggling with money. And they were working for other country, probably with passion, with love. So, guys, will the DOJ discover a specific instance of Trump trading, selling classified secrets? I saw him connected with empires. So there is few empires of this world, Russia, Saudi Arabia. I don't know if he was crazy about China. I didn't have that feeling about China. But I had the feeling that he was. And Fiona is asking, did Jarek sell papers to Saudi? Is that why those folders were empty? And I saw Derek and Trump holding hands like best buddies. I think they both were doing that. It's all in the books. You know, I think those documents were registered before they reached White House, so they have some way of tracing those missing documents. They were thinking that they are making good decisions for themselves, Trump and Jarek, and they were a dysfunctional family because it was all about them, not about the country. JW52Z. Can you see whatever or not the rocket Artemis tested launch will be eventually going through. They had to scrap it second time due to hazardous fuel leak. And I think it was one more because it was supposed to be Monday, then Friday and Saturday, and now it's who knows when. There was hardware problem transferring fuel to the rocket. Artemis is the program that NASA wants to have men landing on the moon by 2026. I'm not saying again, by the end of the decade, they want to have permanent colony on the moon. I always had doubts about this, and when I closed my eyes, I saw elk. Never show anyone that, especially men, in Poland. Never show them that they are elks. Because in Polish, elk means he was cheated by his wife and she made him big horn. So something like that can cause you a trouble. I think in Italy is it's like that is peace, but in Italy this way is the same. You have horns because your wife was cheating. I saw this as symbol of cheating. There is something fishy. I think eventually they will have to go there. But to admit that after 50 years they can't repeat something that it was so easy first time, no. It will be really hard this time. So we are 50 years older and we don't believe in the fairy stories. Okay, Cindy Bogart, do you see USA ever putting term limits on the Congress, senators, Supreme Court, and Supreme Court judges? Congress, senators, Supreme Court judges. Not on the Congress, not on the Senate. Because every one of them wants to stay as long as they can. Mitch McConnell is nearly probably 90. None of them wants to vote for that. They are colluded together, so there is nothing. But Congress can make changes about Supreme Court. That's a different guys, and I think it will be eventually done, that they will put the limit how long they can be and to what age they can be. So they will be choosing younger people to go to Supreme Court. Yeah, there will be some law. They will dismiss people like Clarence Thomas, and both parties might go for it. Eventually they will be feeling that they can gain more by putting some limits on those judges. Anita Gwent, will DeSantis, government of Florida, be a president. That is very scary thing, she said. He will have the financial support, and I saw him as a beautiful peacock. Oh gosh. But when he moved forward, his feathers stayed behind him and he was kind of naked chicken. We will learn something about him, and that might not work too good for his future, because no one will be voting for a chicken. So something will be unexpected to him, to DeSantis. Some legal trouble, someone will backstab him, and a new journey for him. Oh, that'd be nice. What will happen with Mar-a-Lago? That question is from my husband. And I said that it will be sold to someone who has the connection to the rights, so some billionaire that will be able to buy it, who is more Democrat than Republican. And I want to see more. My husband doesn't ask questions too often, so I can use the black marker, and write this in a chimney. Yeah, when Trump will lose that, will be sorry, he will be crying. Some lady will be in love and she will convince that they need that. So her and her husband probably will buy it. Usually women are the ones who are buying houses. So Bezos is not married yet. And Elon Musk, I don't know if he has a girlfriend or wife. He has so many kids, 8 kids. Or 7, because I think one passed away. So one of those guys might be the lucky one that will live in Mar-a-Lago. And that second question from my husband. How long this will last for? And that one I have to tell you, he wants to know, because how long I wouldn't have time for him. He's complaining very often that I'm spending too much time on what I like to do. And if there will be no Trump, I wouldn't have this channel, so he is right. And I saw number 2. So I think probably 2 more years we have to deal with Trump. And, they have to finish before the new election. So that will be reasonable to believe. Yes, there will be a tragedy for Trump. Shaky tower, he will be flying like the oligarchs. We will be celebrating that he is gone, and we will have to start having different goals for ourselves. Not that I will be happy about not to have you, but since he started, there was no boring day that he wasn't not in the news. Very often my husband will write me, he said this, he said that, when I'm coming home from work, so he's helping me very often. But it's true that I will have, before I was never doing this, so I had more time for our marriage. Tara 999. Will Jim Jordan be re-elected? And I saw him as a Viking. So I think Republicans likes him the way he is, like a wild guy, wild creature with the horns, and that's what I have seen. So that they want him to be re-elected. But I have the feeling that he will get a kick in his behind eventually. because of the way he was treating those sports young men in the university when he was a coach. There will be surprise pulled out of the calf, the choices that he was making, and that he was cheating. He was not being honest with those guys, and he was testifying. But they will find some documents saying that he knew what he was doing. Excuse me. My girlfriend Cheryl. Will William Barr be indicted for obstruction of justice or even lose his law license? And now he is singing like on the opposite side. Even in the Fox News, those anchors didn't know what they should say when he was saying, and they were stone faces like, what is he saying? But it was live, so they posted, and Barr is saying truth now. And I saw Trump connected on the boat with Barr, so if the Trump will fall down, he will pull Barr with him. That's what I thought, that, if they are connected by the boat, the same boat, putting them together, one will go down, another will go down. We will learn all about those money-making things. He was part of his happy family, and he was paid as well. He shouldn't be paid because he was DOJ, but they will be symbol of sharing this card. So they will be both sharing the responsibilities. Cindy Bogart, will those Republicans who support Trump big lies be re-elected to the office again? Will any of them be prosecuted for their crimes? And most of them will have enough money to be re-elected. But I believe some of them will have to pay some price. It's too wide of the question, but it's better if you will be asking me for each person in the future. And some of them will be chosen because the Republican people will think that they are noble, they are in love with them, and then they will learn about the devils, that they were doing devil's things. So eventually, thank you guys. Zach Rayleigh. I wonder if Trump is under surveillance and his phone communication were tapped by the FBI. I believe very soon after he became ex-president, the FBI started applying. First, they have to apply for permission to tap him, and they started tapping him quite early in 2021. So I believe, and he knows that, and I saw him having a lot of cell phones in a drawer. So he knows, and I saw 9 cell phones. So I don't know if the 9 means that there will be 9 people with him that will be tapped. Listen to them, because you can listen one person, you have to listen both, and then it might accelerate to okay, he was talking with Trump about this, so we have to check what he is selling to someone else and else and else. So it will be like a pyramid. But those 9 souls might be fake ones, might be just, the ones that you are, there are some that people are paying like for the card each time, and that they are charging. I never had that one, but I know that there are possibilities for young people to, if they still have that, I believe so. Okay. Zach Riley. I wonder if Trump is under surveillance. Oh, that was this one. Amy 1. Thank you, Amy. You asked me so many questions in those years. I wonder if Trump will be charged for blackmail people. And I saw them holding hands with him. That means that they will not want anyone to do the dirty laundry of what they were doing in the public. And so they might not charge him. He will get away with that crimes. That was kind of my feeling, that they were already paying him before, or he was pushing them to. So no, just part-time. The world will be watching. We might learn something about some women who are very secure and wealthy, and so the gossips will eventually be coming back alley, kind of, and we will know more. Eventually, even FBI might use those blackmails to make them to work for them. I don't know how that works, but everything is possible. Okay, ... Was it Ivana's wish to be inferred on the golf course? Were they in a good terms? They were in good terms, as long as she was doing what he told her. And she knew that, so she was telling him how smart he is, how wonderful he is, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, she started probably opening her eyes because she was afraid for her own kids this year or last year even. So I don't know if they were to the best relationship, but she wanted to be buried in a prestigious place. She thought that she would be buried in the mausoleum somehow, his family mausoleum. She never thought that it would be graveyard, that there was no grass even around her. So that's not her style. She was flashy as she can be. She made him to love that style. I love that style. One thing about Trump, I love the way he decorates. You might think that I'm crazy, but I love that style. All those beautiful gilded rooms with the chandeliers. I like it. And I don't know if she wrote how she wants to be buried. If they will find that, they have to respect that, so they may remove her. She wanted to be queen of coins, queen of glamour. And she thought that he will respect her wishes. I don't think he did. And Ava Dillon is asking if I will consider to do short video all about your remedies. I have that many remedies. That will be a few hours of video. And Tracy said that she would like to publish all those remedies, and so many of you sent me wonderful remedies, so thank you for that. Hopefully Tracy one day will take a look. She said when you will have 50 I will do it, and now I think I have far more than 50, and it's just started beginning of the year. So for 8 months, a few times a month, Monday, Wednesday, and 3 times a week, 12 times a month. That's quite a few. So Pam Mathery, Try cherry juice for joints. I heard that quite a while ago that it's a good one for to drink for joints. My brother is always offering, because I don't like to drink, but I like his cherry on a spirit. It's small drink and it's sweet, so I can kiss it a few times until the end of the evening and I will finish. And I can tolerate that, not in a big amount, because if I would drink more than that thing, it will go on my bones here. Oh, that will be painful. I can't drink. I was telling you, I was mouthy sailor and I was annoying people this lifetime. But quite a few of you were saying that you don't understand why you don't tolerate alcohol. Now you know. Welcome in my club. Okay, and April Allen is saying magnesium oil is amazing for the headaches, sore muscles, joints, name it. And the lady who told me about this, she said that her vet told her for the dog. And then she thought if it's good for a dog, it will be good for her. I use it in a spray, so it's not too greasy. And today my knee was for a while giving me a problem, so I put this on. Actually, my husband put this on my knee, and then it stopped because I didn't want to have my hands greasy. So he did that on that left knee, and it stopped. I didn't have the pain. I said, well, it works. So we are doing this on Vivi, like on mine, and my husband had something with his hand and he said it works. So have a good time with this, and thank you. And Carol Peterson, again, I will pray for your neighbor, because I felt so bad that I forgot about this once, but I did last time. So I have to pray for her neighbor Mike, who is 54 and fighting cancer, for everyone who is fighting cancer, for everyone who is fighting any illness, for you guys to feel safe, secure, free of worries, free of illnesses. All the best to you, all of you, that you will feel that you are wealthy, young, and beautiful. Maybe not the smartest, because with the age we feel like I would like to have my brain when I was younger. I don't know. I was not that stupid. Usually I knew what I was doing. So all the best to all of you. We have to pray for good outcome and security in Ukraine around those nuclear plants, because it is something that we have to send our best energy over there to build a shield, protection shield, that those nuclear plants will not cause any problems in the world, especially in Europe. But it will be affected everywhere. The birds, name it, and the water, the rain, everything is moving, and we are in one place. So all the best to you. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. Hope, and we have to pray for the normal weather, not as hot as it is, not as rainy as it is on East Coast, not as dry as it's on the West Coast. We want normal weather. Stay safe, stay positive. I love you guys, and see you Wednesday with Cheryl. Okay, thank you.